Well, buen camino there, pilgrims. I'm hoping that everything is working okay. I've never used this setup before to stream to the video, so if there's any problems, then definitely just let me know, and I will try to get those sorted out for future videos. But I have arrived on Camino de Santiago. Really excited about that. I had a long travel, of course, like many of you would know. I went through from Indianapolis to Miami, and then Miami to Madrid. Um, I'll say in a minute. I'll tell you a little bit about our COVID kind of regulations and what that looked like. Um, but I went from Indianapolis to Miami, and then Miami to Madrid, and then that was an overnight flight, and then took train from Madrid to Logroño. That took a couple of trains to get there. Everything went smoothly, and it was great. Just a word about some of the COVID things, because I know that that's a question for a lot of you that are planning on making pilgrimage yourself. So the travel all was fine. Definitely mask everywhere. Um, the Spanish health app, which is now required. So if you are traveling from the United States to Spain, then I think actually every traveler going to Spain is required to do the Spanish health app. The application on my phone never seemed to work. I see right on and on there commenting, and Amy Smith, see you, thank you. Uh, Glad that I made it as well, thank you. Um, I the plane travel and everything was fine. The app, getting signed into the app took quite a long time. For some reason, every time I would click go on the iPhone app for the Spanish Health, it would just never go. It just always told me to wait. I went on the website and did it. It emailed me my QR code and everything, and that was completely simple. Then when I got to the airport, I just showed them that I had the code. They just sent me right through without even scanning it. And then when you get to Spain, you'll go through the normal customs procedures, and then after the normal customs procedures, then you will go through a line where you uh, give them the QR code, and they scan it. For Americans, they scan and you just go straight through. I think there are some countries, like I saw a man from Senegal who they stopped, and I think they took his temperature and some other things. So I don't know what all the regulations are from your country, but at least for the US, if you have that code, and now it seems that they're not even requiring vaccination. But as you probably know from the news, the regulations about who can about the COVID in Spain are kind of continuously changing. So just check in on that, because things may be different even from now until then. I guess I should just say that unfortunately the image is kind of blowing out here. I'm gonna just kind of go up here and see the very there we go. Let me see if I get out of the image. You can see the Church of Santa Maria. Santa Maria is the church here in Logroño. Beautiful building. I'm in the square outside of. I'm in the square in Logroño. This isn't far from the municipal albergue in Logroño, and I'm staying at an albergue near there. Let me just say, if you guys have any questions that come up as I'm talking, then definitely just ask those, and glad to be able to share those. I'm gonna kind of go for a little walk, and maybe I'll give you a better view of what's going on at the church over here. I love this beautiful church. It looks like they're doing some repairs on it, but it's a beautiful facade on the church. Other thing that I wanted to be able to say to you all is I just crossed 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So those of you that have subscribed, thank you so much. I started back in February making videos for Camino, and I didn't know how people would receive those. There are a lot of videos out there, and I started those obviously when I wasn't even on Camino. And what you guys really want to see are these images like today of being able to see things here on the Camino, and I wasn't able to do that because I was starting in the middle of COVID. But really awesome. Thank you for those of you that have subscribed. It has been really awesome to be able to be a part of a community and help people be able to make this pilgrimage. You know, I've led, I think it's just over 90 pilgrims have led on Camino de Santiago over the years, but have never been able to be a part of a community in this way. We're able to help folks be able to make the pilgrimage, and to be able to, this last 5 months or so, to be able to do this. It's just been awesome. Thankful for you all to get now to 1,000 subscribers, and to be able to help so many people be able to prepare for pilgrimage, even during a time when we really couldn't even get ready to do that. I see that so close to her. Thank you for that, Buen Camino. And if any of you have any questions that you've been thinking about, and so just a little bit about the live streams. I'm going to do this live stream as often as I can. I think I'm going to do it kind of like this one, where I just kind of walk through some of the places that I am at the end of a day. I'm not planning to live stream out on the trail, because I really think that's probably not going to work very well. Actually, okay, let me stop for just a second and show you that facade of the church. You can see there we go. You can see there's some kind of netting happening. Some kind of netting on the front of the facade there, and I think maybe they are doing some kind of cleaning or repairs. Right on and on says, what's your favorite food on the road? So first of all, I should say, one of the things I love about the Camino is that, because I'm burning so many calories, I'm a big guy, I love to eat, and because I'm burning so many calories, I can have ice cream and beer every single day, and that is not adventurous Spain eating at all, but that's one of the things that I love about being on Camino. Is the reality is I could just eat what I want, and I can drink beer every single day. I would never drink beer every day back home, but I love to be able to do that here. But my favorite of the food is certainly the paella, and actually just kind of all the seafood. I love the seafood that is available here in Spain, and especially when you get closer to Galicia, I think probably there's fresh seafood all along the Camino Frances that I've seen, but when you get to Galicia, it really cranks up, especially in Melide, I think it is. I don't know how that wind is doing on the sound. I don't know if y'all can hear that at all, but probably the seafood in Galicia is my favorite there, and just love the paella for sure. So, yeah, 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for that. Let me just tell you a little bit about my plans for the next 16 days, I think. So I just arrived today. I am going to be flying out of Madrid on the 27th. So I'm going to start walking from Logroño tomorrow, and I have a kind of a long day tomorrow. I think it's 28 kilometers tomorrow. That's somewhat out of necessity. I think there's only like 2 stops out of Logroño on the entire day. So you kind of have to go a long day tomorrow. And the weather is not going to be too bad tomorrow, so I'm not too worried about that 28 kilometer day. But then I'm going to walk for 11 days. I don't really have a stopping point. I would love to be able to get to Leon, but that would be 300 kilometers in like 11 days, and that's not how I'm going to do Camino. So probably we'll walk for 11 days. We'll get somewhere close to Leon, maybe Saragon or somewhere like that. And then I will take a train from there on the 24th to Santiago. I want to be in Santiago for the holy days. There's a great vigil. Johnny Walker Santiago on Facebook. John has said that the vigil that happens on the 24th is really wonderful. So I'm actually really excited about getting into Santiago for the vigil on the 24th. I've never been here for a 25th, and certainly not during a holy year. Everyone says that the Mass itself is probably not going to be available to anybody who's not kind of a dignitary or something like that. So I'm not planning on getting into Mass on the 25th, at least in the cathedral. But John has actually invited me to come to, I believe it's St. Agostino is the parish there that he serves and so on. So I'm going to go to mass there in San Agostino, and then fortunately we'll be able to see much of the cathedral and so on. Which this is kind of interesting. This is 7 years that I've been on Camino, and I've never seen the Portico de Gloria. Because it's always been under restoration. One time when I was there, it opened up 2 weeks after I left, so, I see JJNRK, the netting is probably doing more with birds than restoration. That's to keep the pigeons off. That probably is true. I hadn't actually thought about that. There is some, there's some fencing set up. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see. Oh, that's probably better. There's some fencing set up around the church. It's clear that they're doing some kind of a construction project, but I'm not really sure what's going on over there. But they're probably right. The netting on the facade probably is to preserve the from the birds and so on. So anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be going on the 24th. I'll go to Santiago. I will be there the 24th and 25th, and then on the 26th, I'm going to be around town that day. I'm not sure if I will go out and walk some of the trails around Santiago and maybe see some of the other. Thank you, Warren. I appreciate that comment. Enjoying the channel and preparations. Thank you for that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do on the 26th. I know I have to get my tests done that day because the U.S., you can hear the church bells ringing there. I know that actually, I'm just going to pause for a moment because those are going to be so loud that you're going to hear me anyway. Might as well enjoy them. They're still going, but so yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end there because this could be going for quite a while yet. But I'm going to be broadcasting there during those holy days and looking forward to. So close, sir. Did I wear the altars? I do. I'll point them down. I have the Ultra Olympus, which is not the Ultra Temp that I reviewed on the channel. I'll go ahead and show. Hopefully you can see those. That's the Ultra Olympus. I decided to go ahead and try those. I had worn these during a number more of training hikes around my neighborhood, and they did seem to do really well. They're more comfortable even than the Ultra Temps, which I liked when I walked Appalachian Trail earlier this year. So I'm hoping that the Olympus will hold up better than the Temps did, and so hopefully we'll see how that goes. I know that I was surprised how many blue suede shoes. They are very, very blue. In fact, you'll find out as you see more of the videos that I've got a lot of blue Camino gear. In fact, I also switched out my pack for a blue Gregory 30-liter pack. You may know that I've been going with a Deuter 50-liter. If you've seen any of my videos about packs or packing, I've been using a Deuter 50-liter, and I'll show you my new Gregory 30-liter. Can't remember the name of it right now. I'll have it whenever we talk about it. But anyway, so got a couple pieces of gear that I switched out even since my packing video that I made a bit earlier. So, okay, hopefully that will give you a little bit of update about what's going to be happening from these. Now, let me just say real quickly that the live broadcasts to be able, I'm not going to be able to schedule them because I don't want to have to keep a really rigid routine to be able to do this. So I would just encourage you to turn on the notifications. If you turn on the notifications, then YouTube is going to tell you when I've gone live. And if hopefully you'll be in a place where you can jump on there and ask your questions and make your comments while we're live. But just turn on notifications if you would for the channel, and that way you'll be able to see it. My plan is that I'm going to go live every other day and in the evenings here. So like right now, I think it's about 6:30 or 7. And then that will be, you can predict that around your time zone, wherever you are. So about 6:30 or 7, I'll go live every other day. So you can plan on something like that. But I don't want to schedule them in a hard way so that I can be able to be with the pilgrims and so on here. While I think it's really important and I'm excited to be able to make videos for you all, reality is if we're going to be on spiritual pilgrimage, I want to be able to live in the moment as much as I can. So hopefully that's okay. Thank you. So close to her. I see the wishes. I hope they work out for this trip too. So, all right, signing off. I will look forward to sending another live video in a couple days, and buen camino, friends.